So my girl, my kid's mom, um, we got back together recently, uh, after like being separate for some months, due to some things, and she told me that she ain't like the way I was moving recently. And I had to explain to her like, yo, I told you when all this shit was going on, the separation and the breakup, that I'm like the worst person to like go through certain. I'm like, I'm not the best person to like put up like put like when you put my back up against the wall or you like force my hand. I'm like the worst person like who like hand to force. You know what I'm saying? And when she made her move, when she made her decision, of course, I had to respect. I didn't understand it. I didn't like it, but I had to respect that. She was standing up for herself. She made a decision, and she thought that was the best. She felt like that was the best decision for her to like break up with me, separate. Do all of the things. But what it did was it forced my hand, and it was like some of the hardest shit I had to go through. But it turns out like it was like some of the best shit I could have went through, right? I learned so much about myself and really just a lot of regular shit too. Like, what I mean, when you get involved with somebody, and you start to create a family, not on no over the top shit, but for me, I always knew that whoever I had kids by, hence to like why I waited so long, uh, I was trying to find a great companion. Like I was, you know what I mean? Not like looking, not like consciously searching, but just, letting it happen. But just when I made that decision to press that button, I felt okay with pressing the button with this person. And for me, it's really forever. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted. That's what I always wanted. I ain't want no divided house. I ain't want no broken household, no broken home for my kids, and none of that shit. So when all this shit happened to me, and I was blindsided, you know what I mean? And she know this too. Like, I mean, she even said like, yeah, it wasn't really for you to be prepared to make a decision or to cushion the blow. You know what I mean? I made the decision when I felt like it was needed. But I told her, I said, look, I'm like the worst person to like do this type of thing with, especially if you got any motives of getting back together, because this shit hurt like hell right now. But how I am, I don't know if it's the Scorpio in me. I don't know if it's just how I was brought up. You know what I mean? Just how I am with people once I like, cause I'm like, I got a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a real loyal, genuine. Like when I love you, I love you. So when that's tampered with, or when I feel confused as to like you having that same love for me, and but making me feel a way, you know what I'm saying, or feeling like some pain, some heartache, uh, I'll get to a point where I won't care about you the same. I won't give a fuck about you the same. You know what I mean? Some people, I got to a point where I stopped caring about them altogether. I cut them off altogether. But even with me and her case, we trying to work it out. But she not respecting how I'm moving, and I'm telling her like, yo, I ain't doing it on purpose. I'm not purposely trying to move a certain way to offend you or to make you feel like I don't care or don't love you. I do. I still love, still care about you, everything. But I got this thing now to where as though I've been harmed, and it's just something that processes through me by this person, or this person had put me in a position that I never want to be in again. You know what I mean? Like nobody want to go through heartache, bro. Nobody want to go through low points of their life at the hands of somebody else. You know what I mean? Somebody else make you feel that way. 9 times out of 10, you try to like never allow that to happen again. You know what I'm saying? So for me, seeing her as a person that kind of like forced me to go through like some of the toughest times of my adult life. Now I have this thing where I'm so okay with being alone. Like I retort to that a lot. If we not, it hasn't been many, but it's been like maybe once or twice we have a disagreement, I immediately snap into the individual me. And now, you know, like I said, because when we created all of this in the foundation of having kids and creating a family, you can't imagine your person being with somebody else, or you can't imagine life without that person. You try not to imagine, not to sound like psychotic, but you try not to imagine life without that person because you want that shit to work. You want, you know, and when I was going through my shit, I kept just beating myself up like, damn, this, I'm the reason my, you know, my kids going down, it's gonna be a broken home. Like, cause she was standing on business. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, you know, all I ever wanted was the, you know, whether I was showing it or not, or whether I was doing a good job at it, that's all I wanted was like, you know, my kids to have mom and dad, and for us to still be in love and care about each other and all of that kind of just the whole shit. And so when it came like crashing down a little bit, I was just like, I was confused, I was scared, I was mad at myself. But then when you start to realize like, yo, life still go on, and like, you gonna be cool, you know what I mean? Even if you was to have to be, you know, in a different house, and your kids would have to visit you and shit like that, it's gonna be okay. So I started to process life that way because I was already in the mix of like moving, doing the shit I needed to do to get, you know, get on my shit and, you know, regain my independence. And so I was already like, I was preparing myself for that shit every day. Yo, the first couple months was hard as shit. Every day I woke up, I was just hoping that shit was a dream, bro. I was hoping that she just came around. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't on that same shit, or she wasn't standing on her shit. I was just hoping that she just folded and was like, yo, but this my guy. We're gonna come together. Like, and bro, it got to the point where so much time had went on, I became accustomed to being single and being individual and just doing shit on my own and preparing to like live that life. You know what I'm saying? So now that we kind of like came back together and trying to fix it and figure it out, that's cool. But a motherfucker gotta understand, like, I mean, when you do certain shit or when you make certain decisions, you gotta kind of like, you gotta live with them. You know what I mean? And she made her decision, and I had to adjust. You know what I mean? I had to adjust, and I had to regain my strength. You know what I mean? That I lost being in a relationship. You know what I mean? I had to regain independence that I lost being in a relationship. You know what I mean? I had to like relearn shit. You know what I mean? Being with somebody for 16 years is a long time, and I just love the place that I'm at, and I don't care who it offends. Like for real, like even her. Like I'm not changing this part about me. I'm not compromising this part about me for no relationship or nobody at all. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. When you rely on people, or when you allow people to guide you, or you trust in people, people are some of the most unpredictable, fucking settling, like unstable creatures like known to man. Like, you know what I mean? And when you put that trust and that all into people, they could let you down. And sometimes they could leave you stuck, you know what I mean? And you not know what to do, or you not think that you could come out of that, or that you could prevail. And I went through that, you know what I'm saying? Putting so much into the relationship, putting so much into a woman. And I did her wrong, but when she decided, not saying that it was a wrong or right time, but when she decided to make her move, she made her move for her. She didn't make her move with me in mind, you know, knowing how much she loved and cared about me. She made her move solely for her. It wasn't like, well, let me do this so he got enough time to figure this out and do it. She made her move, and she didn't care how that shit affected me, or how it hurt me. You know what I mean? Even though I hurt her in the past and did shit, she stuck with me. You know what I mean? She didn't cop out in those moments and say, hey, listen, I ain't with none of that. I ain't allowing none of that. This shit over with. You know what I mean? She continued to move forward with me. So when it happened to me and it was just a blindside type of thing, I was like, I was crushed. So when I started to gain my independence back, and I started to like, now I look at this shit different. Like, yo, if we do have disagreements, I'll be right in that mode. Like, yo, I don't need you. You know what I mean? Or I'm okay however this shit go. And I love that. You know what I mean? Because you don't want like women want to know that you can't live without them. They want to know, not even want to know, they know. And they enjoy when they know that they got you to a certain point of like, it ain't nothing outside of this. Nothing, it's nothing without this woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like they I don't know, man. I don't know if they enjoy it. I don't know if it's just like it's a reassurance type of thing. I don't know, but uh I love this for me because regardless of me and her workout, I don't want to be like this for nobody. I don't want to allow nobody to have that kind of power and that kind of effect on me. You know what I mean? Like no woman, no person, but especially no woman, no relationship. You know what I mean? I see like how women are out here just on some regular, just seeing how this shit is now, the dating pool. And even though I'm not in it, but I see it. And I'm like, man, if men just had a smidget of just like their power, you know, their control over themselves and all of that, women would be in trouble, bro. You know what I mean? Because men wouldn't be allowing women to do what they do to them and control them and manipulate them. Um, but you know, you know, even listen, even something like this. I know it sounds crazy. I don't trust my kid's mom. I don't trust my girl. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust no person. You know what I mean? Whose thoughts and morals and principles can be altered, can sway, can be shifted. I don't trust a motherfucker. I know that if I look in her phone today or tomorrow, she has people in her phone that she talks to, even if it's through social media. You know what I'm saying? So like that was even putting me on that path. Like you just find somebody out here, or you just align with somebody out here that you genuinely love. Like that's like your homie, your girlfriend. Like, you know what I mean? She's all of those things for you. You know what I mean? You could trust her for the most part. You know, in life that she wouldn't do anything to harm you. But then again, you never know. But it's like you try to find the closest thing to that, and you live with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't trust her. She probably she probably do trust me. I don't know. I don't trust her. And um, it's just it's a beautiful thing when you're okay with things just being the way they are, going the way they're going. Like you're not too like wrapped up in it. That's when the insecurities come. That's when your quality of life starts to like, you know, decline because you just so wrapped up in what this person's doing, who they with, who they talking to, who they texting, who number they got, who tried to holler at them. Like I went through all of that shit, bro. Now I'm just at peace. Like I'm really at peace. Like, yo, I don't give a fuck what you do. Just don't let that shit get back to me. You know what I'm saying? And if it come down, if I find something, if I figure something out on my own or something like that, or if it just come fall in my lap, I'm okay with moving on and not being with you anymore. And I was at a place where I didn't have that strength. I was hoping that I didn't find something. I was hoping that things wasn't out of tech or she wasn't entertaining somebody else. Cause I'm like, damn, if I gotta find out this person really like not who I think they is, it's gonna be hard for me to have to leave. That's how I don't shade nobody that be staying in relationships because you be at a point where you feel like you can't move on or you don't want to move on because you got so much in this shit. You got kids with this person. You bought a house. Y'all got 2, 3 cars, whatever. Y'all got joint accounts. Y'all got a business together. Like you, at some point, you gotta go through this shit. Like you gotta go through that point in life where it's a heartache. It's unbelievable. You can't believe that it's happening. You can't believe y'all separating or y'all breaking up or it's the end of your relationship because it's going to make you a stronger you. It's going to make you a stronger individual. You know what I mean? So many people pass judgment on people that, oh, she's stupid. She's still with this nigga. He cheat on her all the time. Da-da-da. She just might have not went through what she needed to go through to come out on the other side to be stronger. You know what I mean? And more independent. But I don't, after going through what I went through, it wasn't no cheating shit. You know what I mean? But it was still like some shit where I had the choice too. I had the choice to get stronger or stay weak. You know what I mean? And not overcome what I was feeling and not understand that I'm okay by myself. You know what I mean? I don't need no woman. I don't need no nothing. You know what I mean? I never needed no homies and shit. But, you know, even with something that I put at the top of like this being my kid's mom and me not wanting to, you know, do it without us all being a family and shit, and then seeing and starting to look at life like, okay, this may be a possibility and I could do that too. It gave me a different type of strength, bro. So many people is in relationships because they just haven't found that strength to say, you know what, if it's not working, if this is not my person, it's not about being a fool. It's like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this to myself no more. I don't want to allow this to be done to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like basically just finding that strength. And when I went through this breakup, it gave me that. You know what I mean? It gave me new life. Like, yo, you could love somebody and everything, but I'm okay if it don't work out. I'm okay if tomorrow we say, ah, I don't want to do this anymore. All right, cool. You know what I mean? What's next? Or how do we go about, you know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, man, I don't know. People love, and even her, she's so used to things being the way they were. And people love having that one up on you and having that power over you, or knowing that they got you where they want you at. You know what I mean? It's like it's a satisfaction in that for people. I truly believe that wholeheartedly. It's a satisfaction, and women knowing that they have a man where they want them. It's a satisfaction. You know what I mean? Girl, he ain't going nowhere. Shit, I had a satisfaction in thinking that she wasn't going nowhere until she made a move, and it shocked me. It fucked me up. I wasn't ready for it. It crushed me. It's a satisfaction. You know what I mean? And yeah, like, so when she say shit like that, it's like, I'm not trying to not love you. I'm not trying to not be that guy. I want to be that guy. I want to work on it. I told you I'm 100% in, but I can't allow you to even think that I'm going to allow you to just, you know, do whatever it is, or for me to not say, hey, listen, I ain't with none of this shit. I'm cool. I'd rather not. You know what I'm saying? And now it turns into, damn, he problematic, or he always want to break up, or no, I ain't fucking with it. I ain't never allowed the woman to make me go for some shit. But again, when you with somebody and you want it to work and you built all of this shit, you don't want it to fail. That's what I'm saying. Like, so with her, it was a little different at times. Like, I still was argumentative. I still was doing this super alpha shit that I, you know, corny shit, super trying to be super like aggressive and shit. But, you know, in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't want her to ever leave though. She got my kids. We got this family shit. So it was like that kept me like, you know what I mean? But now it's like, bro, I'm just like, I'm cool with however this shit go. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm good with it. Like, it don't have to work out. You know what I mean? And I don't have to hate you. I don't have to, but yeah, man, that shit taught me some shit. Like, and I feel like I feel good about it. You know what I mean? Because it give you a different level of individualism. It's like, man, I'm cool out here without anybody. I don't need, and it's just beautiful. Like, bro, I don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? If I choose to merge or collab with you, that's one thing, but I don't need you. Can't nobody trap me in and lock me in, because I know I'm good by myself. I told her I'm better by myself, 100%. And I was keeping it 100 with her. Like, I learned that I am better by myself. Like, we had a little disagreement. I said, truthfully, I'm better by myself. So, you know what I mean? Like, you just let me know. It's like an easy going type of thing. It's an easy going type of feeling to know, like, bro, because you can say it, but it's one thing to say it, but then to really believe it. I'm not just saying it. I believe it. I know it. That time, that solitude I had to be in when I was going through a breakup, it was like all this shit was just happening. But the breakup was stuck like the most in the beginning. And it was just like, damn, this shit hard. How am I ever come out of this? I talked to my mom on the phone. I'm like, yo, I don't think I could get over this shit. She really ain't budging. But then as I grew and got a little stronger and got more strong, like, bro, I realized, like, yo, it's so much power in just being able and accepting being by yourself, bro. It's so many people out here that feel like they can't be alone. They gotta be with this guy, or this the best guy or the best woman that he or she could get. I'm not gonna get nobody that look better than her. I'm not gonna get nobody with a better ass than her. Man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. You get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But first things first, bro. Be okay with being alone. That's gonna help with everything else. That shit gonna help with everything else. So yeah, for me, it's like, bro, I'm on I'm on cruise control because it's like, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. Even that, if you feel the need that you want to talk to other people or you need to live a double life, all that shit come to the light anyway. But it's like, you go through that extra shit. You if that's what you need to do to accommodate yourself, you go through that. But when I find out, or it hit my little, you know what I'm saying, my little whatever, my bubble, you know what I'm saying? I can make my decision, you know what I'm saying, and be okay with how everything played out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got, oh, maybe it was me, or that's another thing. People gotta stop making themselves feel like they're not enough as to why somebody cheated, or as to why somebody left the relationship, or as to why, it didn't work out. It might not be you. Sometimes it don't be you. It be the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going through whatever they're going through, or it might not be enough for them, or they might be trying to overly compensate for whatever. Like, it might be them. You know what I mean? Let's normalize it not always being us. It could be them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's like, man, I love that. I love that. You know what I mean? Like, just never being in any situation that I can't get out of or can't see myself coming out of. You know what I mean? As myself, and not feeling like, damn, man, I'm depressed, I'm blue. You know what I mean? Fuck, man, shorty fucked me up with this one. Like, bro, just enjoy these experiences with these people and who you get in relationships with. Love them, for sure, love them. But just always know in the back of your mind that shit can go the other way, because people wake up with different feelings each and every day. You gotta know, I'm good however this shit go. It ain't about planning on breaking up, creating an exit strategy, but it's like, yo, I'm prioritizing me first. I'm good however this shit go. You know what I'm saying? That's a superpower. Just knowing, like, I'm good no matter which way this shit go. It ain't got nothing to do with me loving you any less. I'm just good. Because I don't think a lot of people have the experience of being alone, you know what I mean, or what that looks like, or if they can even fathom the idea of, like, damn, but I'm gonna be alone. We used to do this, the sex was good, she used to cook for me, she used to do, like, all of this shit that we just become attached to. You know what I mean? Even for me, the hardest thing was like, damn, we got kids. I told myself I wasn't bringing no kids into this world, and have a divided household, or a broken home, creating a broken home. And I just was beating myself up so much, because I was like, damn, it's my fault. Because it was my fault. Like, how I was, my habit of drinking and being aggressive, living in my ego, talking down to her, not treating her like my equal, like things that I should just be wanting to work on anyway. You know what I mean? That's why I said, yeah, I'll come back to the relationship, because I want to give it 100%. And if it fails again, or if it don't go the way it's supposed to go, I'm okay. You know what I mean? I wasn't missing sleep when we was, well, I was a little bit, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, I gave it my all. I ain't gonna lose no sleep. You know what I mean? We tried, but we failed. You know what I mean? Or it didn't work out. So I want to give it my whole 100%. But, that's what the shit was, how we got to where we got to. And she stood up for herself as she should have. But, it's crazy, man, the things that we go through in life. And if we allow ourselves to, the lessons, you know what I mean? The wisdom we gain, the information we may pick up on when we going through life, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, I promise, I ain't no super macho shit, ain't no ego shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm being as transparent as possible. When she broke it off, it crushed me. Yeah, I was fucked up, like, damn. You know what I mean? And like I said, it was my kids involved. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could do this shit. You know what I mean? But time went on, and I got stronger, I got better. And shit, now, like I said, I'm better alone. And I realize that I'm a better me when I'm outside of a relationship. You know what I mean? But I don't mind clicking up. I don't mind collabing, you know what I mean? Because there's good people out here. But you just got to expect that people going to be them. And if you too wrapped up in that shit, if you putting them on too high of a pedestal, something I did, if you believing too much in them, or if you giving them too much, like, it can ruin you. Because you could have your hopes could be so high for this person, and you can have so much faith in this person, but they still humans, and they could do some shit to let you down, and it will fuck you up. Like cheat. I done went through phones, but I done had her on a certain kind of pedestal and in a certain kind of light earlier on in our relationship that I was like, she wouldn't do that. Just the same motherfucker that smile on my face, spend the night at my crib, eat with me, chill with me, fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like we do it all. You know what I'm saying? And like it make you think, like, how can somebody that got so much love for you and you put so much trust in for good reason, and you be around them and y'all smile and y'all laugh and y'all share all of these heartfelt great moments, but they can still turn around and go get in that phone or go get on social media and cheat on you, or go flirt, or go deal with other people, or act totally different from how they act with you. Like, so it was like, for me, bro, I had to, like, it was a journey. It's been a journey. It's still a journey. Like, but like I said, I'm just glad that I tapped into some shit to where as though I could let go and let people be who they are and do what they're going to do anyway. It's nothing you could do to stop them from doing. Like I said, when we took a break, she could have chose to take the break, because women are like that too. They wait and pick the right times. She could have chose to take a break because maybe she ran into an ex or somebody from her past and she wanted to see if it was anything else out there outside of us. We've been together for 16 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, it'd be a lot of different shit. You know what I mean? But when you're not okay, when you're not at that point in your life or in your journey where you're okay with a person making those kind of decisions or doing or putting you through that shit could crush you. It could destroy you. So for me, I'm just glad that, I'm grateful that I went through it, that I was chosen to go through that. And I'm even more gracious and, that I was able to come out, you know what I mean, with what I needed to come out of it with, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't never gonna lose that shit with no person I'm with or nobody in general, because, yeah, it's a superpower, bro. Being able to be by yourself, bro, no matter what, and not holding on to relationships because you feel like it's like all you got or it's the end of the world. Like, man. So, for her to say that I'm moving different, it's not that, but it's like, yo, I'm moving better. I ain't moving different. I'm moving better. You know what I'm saying? And, those are those I and I moments that I guess I seen and I hear about, you know what I mean? When you're just strengthening yourself up. You just leveling yourself up, man. Nobody on this earth, man, is more important than you. You know what I'm saying? And to allow people to do the things that they do to us is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I never understood it. You know what I mean? It's like we allowing ourselves to get put through these moments where, like, allowing ourselves to be hurt, and that should never be. That shit should be illegal, man, for humans. Like, but